Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I wish all of you are in the good health. My name is Samir Farhan bin Muhammad Rashid. I'm from class Arisa 243A and my matric number is 2022765477. As you guys know, there must be a habitat on our planet that goes extinct every year. But we as a human did nothing, just watch them all go extinct. Please human, let's together we rise and warn everyone on this planet and make them aware and make them realize that we are losing a great and rare species every single year. For today, I will give a speech with you guys about currently flora and fauna extinction and why we need to take an action for them. Other than that, I will tell everyone the reason why we need to take an action to remaining habitat to stay alive. One of the reasons why and how the currently flora and fauna can extinct are the Anthropocene, air, water and weather. This is because of industry, agriculture and fossil fuel use. Carbon dioxide in the air is at its highest level for millions of years. At the same time, disruption of other chemical cycles is turning sea and river into dead zones. Moreover, climate change is already affecting the world around us, like global warming is causing glaciers to melt, sea levels to rise, species to go extinct, and several weather events such as floods, drought and hurricane to increase. Species are becoming extinct at least 1,000 times faster than there will be without human impact. Population of wild animals have declined by more than 2/3 since 1970, while the human population has more than doubled. For information, there's only 5 times before in our planet history have so many species and so much biodiversity been lost so quickly. The fifth was when the dinosaurs were wiped out. That is why scientists and conservationists call what is happening now the sixth mass extinction. Some have even described the loss of biodiversity today as biological annihilation. That's why I want to warn everyone about the extinction of currently flora and fauna that increase every year. Therefore, we still have time to act as a community to protect this habitat before they become extinct. Other than that, the increase of human in this planet by year is very fast. There were less than a billion people on Earth 200 years ago. There are 7.9 billion people on the planet right now, and that number is rising. Unless we take action, there will likely 30% more of worse by 2050 and 11 billion people by 2100 according to United Nations. The overpopulation, like I said earlier, the number of humans live in this planet are increased, and cause of that as the population increase. So those need for resources such as food, water, housing, electricity, healthcare, transportation and other things. It's not just human beings who need food, water and shelter. The wild animal and the livestock animal also those need for them to alive. Then the ecological degradation is population increase will unavoidably contribute to pressure that worsen climate change by increasing deforestation, reducing biodiversity and increasing pollution and emissions. This is a crucial factor in why flora and fauna habitat easily or quickly went extinct from year to year, because their jungle is frequently invaded and disrupted after that. Many scientists think that the additional stress on the planet will cause ecological disruption and collapse that is so severe that it threatens the viability of life on Earth as we know is, unless we take action to help minimize further population growth going into remainder of this century. Therefore, it is up to us as humans to take action to maintain the planet's failing ecology by taking care of the world as whole. We may also indirectly protect its threatened environment. Next is about increased conflict. The overpopulation and environmental destruction induced shortage have a potential to intensify violence and political upheaval. Warfare over water, land and energy resources is already taking place in the Middle East and other places. As the world's population rise, the unrest is certain to get worse as a result of the depletion of living resources. Not only people but also animals and their ecosystem will suffer from a lack of food, water and shelter. That's why our rare habitat can easily extinct in our era and our livestock animals are used to excessively. How are we going to protect this environment if the planet as a whole in such dire straits? Now we continue for the next point, the currently Anthropocene, air, water and weather. The currently condition of air, water and weather also involved in the cause of the extinction of flora and fauna. This is due to the significant variation in time. In the past, there were few factories or business that generate chemicals that may harm the environment. Now, as we currently see, there are a great number of such factories and companies. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is at its greatest point in millions of years as a result of industry, agriculture, and the usage of fossil fuels. At the same time, disruption of other chemical cycle is turning seas and rivers into dead zones. Now it's a global warming. The world around us is already being impacted by climate change. Glaciers are melting, sea levels are rising, some species are going extinct, and the frequency of extreme weather events like hurricanes, floods, and drought is rising as a result of global warming. As you can see now, some habitats are vanished fast, and when talk about sea levels are rising, this issue was really serious because now we know there are some small islands that have totally vanished or sunk due to rising seawater levels. Why and how global warming can be effect to the habitats in this planet to go extinct. Following a few effects that Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change Special Report on Global Warming list. First is on biodiversity. Climate change and rising temperature disrupt ecosystem and alter plant reproductive cycle and circumstance. Resource depletion and climate change are alternating animal migration patterns and lifestyle. Many species, including indigenous ones, are already becoming extinct, while on the other hand, invasive species are moving in, posing a threat to other animals and crops. Second, on the weather, meteorologists and climatologists from all around the world have been observing the impacts of global warming and weather events for decades, and the effects are significant. More heat waves, droughts and rains, more floods, hurricanes, storms and wildfire, a longer frost-free season, increasingly frequent water pollution over the world. For your information, there are over 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, making water pollution one of the major environmental problems we are now facing. There are two types of water pollution: animal and vegetable waste, pests and viruses that are present in the water as a result of organic pollution. Second is chemical pollution generated by the nitrates and phosphate of pesticide, human, animal, drugs, household products, heavy metals, acid, and hydrocarbon used in industry, which is a bad pollution. The effect of the water pollution are wide, and it can affect all habitat including the human. The effect on environment are biodiversity and aquatic environment are seriously harmed by water pollution. The presence of more minerals in the water or eutrophication caused by the toxic chemical has a negative effect on aquatic life. Thermal pollution, which is described by an increase in the temperature of water bodies, has a major negative impact on the aquatic life and contribute to global warming. When the habitat, flora and fauna use or drink water pollution, it can cause them such as paralyzed or die due to chemical poisoning. Fauna habitat will be damaged and unable to grow well and beautifully. That's why we need to take action seriously about water pollution, and together we take care of our water and sea. Last main point is we need to turning around to save the planet to get a better place for all habitat to live together. To have a better world for all habitat, we need and must reduce the strain on our planet, such as we can make small changes as people and community by buying less, reusing more, switching to a plant-based diet, and make sure that we do use consume and is as sustainable as possible for our life. By making a small changes like buying less, reusing and recycling more, it can help us to reduce using the plastic bag at the supermarket. Then actively work to recycle objects or resources in order to cut back on widespread or massive garbage disposal so that we can control our life more better. Due to the increasing the number of humans on this planet, we can choose to have small families. Why did I say we can choose to have a small family? Because in every action we take runs the risk of being outweighed by the wants and demands of the expanding population as long as our population is rising. If we let everyone have a big family, it means the number of humans on Earth will continue increase by year, and by that we could not have our habitat, flora and fauna to live because we seize water, food and shelter with them. To save our currently flora and fauna to go extinct is not easy. All need procedures step by step and how to prevent our currently flora and fauna go extinct. And to begin this mission, we cannot do this alone. We must encourage everyone on Earth to take care of their habitat almost extinct. Why we have to encourage people to take care of our Earth, our habitat, our last rest species that still alive, because they still have a chance to make our better for every single life. Moreover, to make people around the world realize the current situation, the government or main association need create a big campaign all over the world. As a community, must all take action to address the situation. Beyond that, It's critical crucial that world leaders take action. They must start taking immediate action to address our extinction problem and step up their efforts to address climate change. Make them feel the need to action. Other than that, to prevent and make sure our habitat and rare species from extinct. Our government really need to take care of them because we don't know what could harm them, such as poachers of their predators. It is best to avoid leaving rare animals in the wild too far away. Lastly, the government need to increase the penalty that poachers and illegal loggers will have to pay, such as increasing the cost of the summons and doubling the fines with incarceration, flogging and other punishment. The smugglers feel bad if they were discovered because of this. So to sum up this speech, there are so many reasons, cause and effect extinction of currently flora and fauna that you guys can learn and know. By that, you guys can begin to invite and encourage your friends together to take care of our earth. And by that, you will realize you are not only take care of earth or for human, but also give positive thing for our habitat in this world, so that our ecosystem are in a good condition for us all to live together with other habitat. Lastly, when we success to take care of our habitat well, our future generation can experience and learn these rare species. Let's together to stand and rise together and take care of our earth. That's all for me. Thank you.